Welcome back to the show. Well, he's the Gold Coast playboy who was cleared of murdering his Tinder date after she fell from the balcony of his Surfers Paradise apartment. For almost 3 years, Gable has never been far from the headlines. Well, today he is at it again. This time under fire for wishing all his, quote, hoes a happy International Women's Day in a post on social media. Time now for the Mixed Grill with David Campbell and Shelly Horton. Good morning to you. Now, just to be clear, in case anybody isn't aware, the word hoe is slang for whores, Shelly. Yeah. So this is just insulting.
Everything about it's insulting. I also hate the fact that we've referred to him as a playboy because I think that that's almost aspirational for uninformed men. I think that he is just showing he's a revolting human being and he's relishing in this attention when really he's not making himself into a big man by doing this. He's showing how small and immature he really is.
Do you think he thought this was funny, David?
I don't know. I can't really put myself into the shoes of such an entitled, narcissistic nothing, you know, to know what he was thinking when he did this. I just know that it's probably best that you delete your account, bro. Yeah. You know, that's the best thing you could probably do for you, your family, and for your life. Or just go out and join a men's rights group and be done with it.
Don't even do that. Don't encourage anyone to join the men's rights group. I think it's actually about educate yourself, think about what you're saying, and maybe learn from your experience.
But he's really he doesn't have capability to learn.
Well, he needs to. He needs to grow up.
Yeah,
and I'm honestly, I just find he's poking the bear and he knows it.
True.
And it really annoys me that we even give him any
Let's not talk about him anymore.
And we should just, just one last thing, a postscript. He did meet Warina Wright on Tinder. Let's remind ourselves he's now changed his name to Eric Thomas. So if you see Eric Thomas on Tinder, you've been
Be aware.
All right, well, moving on. Would you leave your child by themselves in a hotel room? Well, the question has caused quite a stir online, with one mother sparking a huge debate in a parenting forum. We asked for your opinions on Facebook and more than 1,000 of you voted. 91% of you saying you wouldn't. David, would you?
Look, the thing about hotel rooms for people who haven't checked in recently is that you have to leave your credit card there, which means you have to pay for everything that happens in that hotel room. So, okay, let's talk about the fact that you shouldn't leave a young child alone, no matter what, and unsupervised. Let's just bench that and just make that a given. But there are things like this: minibar, phone calls, room service, movies you don't want them to see. Dad.
2 minutes for free.
Yeah, 2 minutes for free. None of that stuff. You don't want them to do any of that thing. And that's before they go out and play lift chasey, which is what we used to do when we were in hotels as kids.
Oh, right. You
lift
really
chasey.
Just press the button.
And you just press all the buttons and you just become an annoyance and a pet. Please look after your kids.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Don't leave them
I
alone.
don't have kids, but I just honestly just feel like fear in my stomach. I would be like, they'd bounce on the bed and jump off and break a neck, or they'd swallow their own vomit, or they'd stick a finger in a PowerPoint. I just know that, like, I would just be too scared to leave them alone.
Those who think it's okay, they say, what's the difference between leaving them in a hotel room and having them in another bedroom in the house, maybe even on another level of the house?
At least have a baby monitor or something.
But if you shut a hotel room door, most modern hotels, they're quite, like, they try to keep, because people have parties in hotel rooms and stuff now, so they build them so that they're soundproof. Yeah. It's not like being in your home and thinking, you know, I'll just go, the kids are just down the hall, I can hear them.
And here's the other thing, I mean, how many times have you been in a hotel room, you know, you're in a situation that you don't particularly want somebody to walk in on, and then somebody...
What are you talking about?
Really quietly.
You got the what now?
Somebody knocks really quietly and they just walk in on you. Oh. Haven't you ever had that?
No.
You've never had that.
One of those.
No, really.
Room service.
Was it the 2-minute movie? No?
Have I mentioned how much I love hotel rooms?
What do you use that bandana for?
To get away from me, kids.
What do you use that bandana for when it's not in his head anyway?
All right. Thank you, guys. Shelly, David, not. Coming up, the real cost of your retirement, the best way to...